Hello. Welcome to second day of Dawntrail. It's pretty interesting so far. A lot of lore drop at the beginning that I cannot remember for the life of me, at least not too much, and then a lot of names that I cannot pronounce. So hopefully it gets more solidified as I go, and hopefully they pronounce a lot of the names that I could not pronounce. In cutscenes later, in voiced cutscenes. A well-managed shipwright. The shipwright's name is Wak-Ebu. He's a Shabral who only moved to Kozamaoka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to an almost frightening degree. Oh hey, what's up? You made it. I thought you were busy flying. He's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hanu greeting. We wouldn't want to offend him right before asking a favor. A proper Hanu greeting? Oh, that one. Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Okbekby to the east of here. What is with these names? Oh, since you're here, Rakatan, you wanna confirm for me whether the audio works and my mic works and everything's okay? I attuned to that, right? Alright, I did. It's good? Cool. Perfect. No technical difficulties today. Oh, that's good to hear, thank you. Linu Hanu, Waklamatin Kryl. This is Okbekbe, the village of all. Those who drift into Kozamaoka from Toliola or elsewhere are welcome to live here alongside the Hanu. As for Wak-Ebu, I'm just gonna go with Ebu. He lives and works in the House of Waters High, at the top of that large tree nearby. Follow me, but I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. Radolja. That's a lot of stairs. Good thing I could just ride my motorcycle all the way up. Wak-Ebu.
What do you want with me?
Right. A greeting.
Make my chocobo climb. Nah, he's a lazy chocobo. I spoil him too much.
Ohokali!
Ohokali.
Oh, Kali! Good. You brought your manners with you. When in Ukanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before. You're Wu Clement. Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
At least somebody respects Woklamot here.
Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head!
Will not? Keep your head. I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
My man.
How prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials.
Of course. They always run out when the hero comes and needs it, huh? Every single time.
My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
Oh, right, the storm. I forgot about that. I'd like to apologize.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I hate and love the dynamic this guy has. He looks so wise, and then he acts like a he acts like a teenage goof.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a bit. What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuklamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Uh-oh. He's a simp. It was just a lucky guess on her part, but let's see how she plays this off.
Well, maybe a little.
Okay, okay.
Allow me to show you where
Half
to
humble.
procure Uyuipo. We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
Aye aye.
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
You do that for me?
That should save us some time.
All right then, let's get moving.
Zoralja. I think. He's spying on me. No. I lied. It wasn't Zeralja.
Chosen One, one of your rivals is making progress.
God, I hate this guy.
Ihiana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out.
Bunch of cheaters.
The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
God, I cannot wait in this story to beat his head in. Sorry, beat both of his heads in. Cave Kikutola is southwest of Okaru. We return to the village first, then head there on foot. No mercy. This world shall know pain. Southwest of here, was it? Let us be on our way. Expansion packs usually are the duration of your average AAA title game. So like 20, depending on how hard and how fast you play, and if you read all the dialogue and watch all the cutscenes, it should take you about 20 to 30 hours. Don't mind me. I was just getting the itch to fight, so I wanted to kill a couple things. This class is so cool. Cave Kikitola, as promised. Home to many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. And spot raw Awokisha by its green-hued glimmer. To bring anything matching that description to me. I shall help scour the inside of the cave then. You take the west half and I'll take the east. Okay. Where is west? This way. Ah, rock. On closer inspection, you find that the glimmer you spied was just light reflecting off the water. Oh, kind of jump scared me a little. I should have expected as much. I didn't read any of the abilities on this character. Or on this job class. I don't know if he has positionals or not. And if you don't know, positionals are abilities that do more damage, I believe, if you hit them from a certain angle, like behind them or to the side of them. So yeah, usually melee classes have positionals. Viper seems like... This class is called Viper. Viper seems like a class that would have positionals. A shiny pebble catches your eye, but its coloring is gray rather than green. Oh, damn it. Sorry, I'm just having fun with this class. You find a chunk of stone glowing a distinct shade of green. This seems like the exact kind of mineral Limuhanu was looking for. Nice. It's one material down. Oh, far back. Okay. Picked over the ground near the entrance, but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? I sure did. Here you go. Yes, this is Abokisha. Along with Crow's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you have brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. You are welcome. You would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be festival leader for this year's Ihikana. Oh no, what happened to him? Oh. But when that big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That was why you agreed to Waklamat's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it, for myself and for my friend. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. With that, let us return and deliver the Abokisha into Wak Ebu's waiting hands. Bro, I love the music in this expansion. I love the music in every expansion. They always do such a good job. That's so far. Up the stairs again. Looks like I'm drifting. Thanks to the third promise and her mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs of Uyuipo. What of the Abokisha? Here you go. Yes, these are excellent samples, a good quantity too. At this stage, you've likely surmised that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow, but not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Now to get to work crafting these pieces for the float. I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Yuipo's conductivity. Then I'd be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to Okanu. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. Wait a minute. I think I could teleport. Oh yeah. Gathering the Uiwipo was a trial in and of itself. At first, Wakibu criticized everything I did. Then he suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise, I must punish myself," and proceeded to slam his head into an Uiwipo tree. I told him not to worry about it, again, and it was like snuffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the poles and the new eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. Oh yeah, I forgot about them too. Ooh, kind of dyes. Yes! This is my dye. This is my color. That's the color I'm wearing right now. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Over there, by the float. Isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ihihana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that would be enough to save our harvest? Bitch, just watch and learn. The second promise helped meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Okanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much of our young claimants. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Koana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds, something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. That sounds like our Koana. One look at the reeds was all he needed to think up a solution. Be that as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. Ooh. Oh, never mind. Usually when the music cuts like that, usually a cutscene is about to happen, but I was wrong. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing for moms. Alright, bye. Thanks for dropping by. Have a safe flight. We had a turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Aaronville twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I am a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we brought the wood and gemstone replacements crafted by Wakibu. All that's left is to attach them. Has been decided who will ride the float. Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. I remember being surprised they could even lift the thing with this hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawn servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Oh, who is it? Our beloved Ihihana, the lifting of wings, is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Waklamat, as our guest of honor. Huh? Me? Huh? The spell won't make me seasick, will it? I don't think so. Then weigh anchor. I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Waklamat. I rose for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Kozanuaki, where the sacred likeness of Kishahi-Ihi. What? The names keep getting crazier and crazier. I am beside myself. Where the sacred likeness of Kishahi-Ihi is ensconced. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Wakibu has finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wakibu with the repairs. If you're unsure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That would lead you across the bridges to the Stride of the Sun. Then we shall see it to clearing it end to end. Da 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 dun da dun dun. Time, no more once upon a time. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Bum bum ba da bum. As Linuhanu said, Kuzanuaki should be down this way, then off to the east when the path branches. Then something about bridges at the Stride of the Sun? Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've called all the threats you can find, we'll meet up in front of Kishahi-Hi. Oh, 1 second. You sense a hostile presence. On to the next one. You beat this thing all by yourself? Wow, I'm impressed. I'm glad they're finally giving her a lot more time. It's been a while. Doc Poga. Ooh, another, you can write to attune to. I haven't been keeping an eye out for ether currents. I should be doing that, huh? I have a lot of friends who don't bother with the ether currents. Maybe I'll take a page out of their books. I wonder how close I am to my first Dawntrail dungeon. I'm actually excited to hear the dungeon music. Wait, I have to attune to this. I almost forgot. God, I love that glowing blue effect. What ability is that? Reawaken? And green tribute. God, it's so cool. Meow, meow. Kinu Hanu. Hanu Hanu. Hello, hello. Ah, you are a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Kishaihihi. Kishaihi, the Hanu Hanu deity of the harvest. Even their sacred images are woven with reeds. Makes you appreciate how much their culture revolves around their reed harvest, doesn't it? It's said that Kishaihi was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was then brought to Tural by the first Hanu Hanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent. Then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Linu Hanu? They'll want to know the path is safe for their procession. Right, and I need to ride on that float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Meanwhile, in Okanu... Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, you leave him alone.
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you.
Oh, shoot. Damn, you tell him, but don't get your shit kicked in after you say that.
Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
I like him. He has
we
a...
wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
He's got a solid pair of huevos on him.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, Please hurry.
I like the way he said that. We have a two-headed problem.
She's on her way back already?
I'm coming. Hang in there. We're coming.
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float!
Oh no.
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuklamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
Very well, if that's what you want.
Oh shit. It scared me a little. Just the sound effect.
Everything into that blow.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us.
But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Thank goodness I'm here too. Is it time to kick your shit in?
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
That's what I've been saying.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you like.
Someone better not step in and stop us from having this fight.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre.
And there's the guy who's coming in to stop the fight.
What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts. Lucky for you. Eh?
Two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes! Yes, we are!
It's getting a little dicey there. And I really wanted to fight him. Oh well. The time will come. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against that two-head, I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense. You stood your ground and bought us the time we needed to make it back. You are incredibly brave. Blah, 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 brave. Celeste, this is my color. Gimme, gimme. Knowing the Hanu Hanu. With that exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be a courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihihana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Okokali, or Ohokali. See? I remember. Ohokali. Ohokali. Yeah, I had a feeling they were gonna make us type it, so I was preemptively typing it. Oh, I probably shouldn't have jumped off. Damn it. Hello, friend. Ohokali. Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do, what to do. Next. Dispirited Hanu. There's nothing to look forward to anymore. With the chat. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to say. Ohokali. The festival is about to begin. What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard on us all. But the lifting of wings is tradition, and a joyous one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. Mournful Hanu. Aww. Poor fella. So much has been taken from us. Why even try? It's okay, friend. Ohokali. What? The float is fixed. Our fallen friends would be glad to know that Ihihana will soon be underway. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. I attuned to this, right? Okay. Sorry, my memory is so bad. The Hanu were pleased to hear the festival was going ahead, I imagine. That as well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last. Time, no more once upon a time.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning. It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Wuklamat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her! Ready and...
I could get used to this.
Bam, 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 bam.
Will empty bellies stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Olua Jaja. I wonder how he fit in there. He's ginormous.
To Kozanuaki!
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana.
Ooh. So it did have something to do with mana or ether.
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
Are you telling me that this happens every time they do the festival and they didn't know that this was the reason their crops grew or didn't grow?
It worked.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
That was amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible!
Beautiful. That's 1 out of 7 trials complete. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by the festival fever. Last I saw, they were taking turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please, feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognize the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater. But today's events remind us of the power in tradition.
Oh,
Kona!
look who arrived late.
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
What is that? Oh my god. More mana?
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What is that?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Archon allies?
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
That's culture. That's tradition.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Wuklamart. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
Nice. Good job, good job.
So this is what they look like.
Go on, set it in the tablet.
A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more.
And on to the next.
So what happens if it's a tie? What happens if...
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
What happens if they both get all 7 tablets or stones? I guess we'll find out.
The third promise? You must join us for Ikihana next season. As Dawn Servant, of course.
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now. Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
What are they doing with it? Did Koana just throw the bottle on the floor or something after he used it? Or is that their own version? My journey has just started and already I've met so many wonderful people. Wak Iwu, for one, he's a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And Linu Hanu, it warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Ikihana and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who else I might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head back to the place whose name I cannot pronounce. Teleport. Time, no more once upon a time. Alright, I can't mount here. Bum, 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 bum. The song reminds me of the Final Fantasy X Chocobo theme. I wonder if that was intentional. And just like that, we found an Elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving and march onwards through Urkopacha. Chances are good we'll find an Elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your opportunistic Pelu friend has to say. Finally! Save the best for last, the Pelu Pelu. From Final Fantasy X? Yeah, 10, I think. I don't know if they appeared in any other Final Fantasies before 10, but I know them from 10. I've been waiting for what feels like days, and eaten enough of Bruck Evu's tacos to feed an army. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urquapacha, we depart from the Arc of the Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to Urquapacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. So far. How close can I get? Close enough. You're probably gonna hear me complain about the distance I must travel a lot during these streams. I'm a big baby. Bum 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 ba-da-dum. May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. Don't you get this as a mount if you pre-order the game? Or like the collector's edition? These animals can traverse Urquapacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Excuse me. Alpacas are native to Dawntrail. Eorzea has chocobos, and the Eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place where which ill suits its qualities and where it is not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. I see. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience may find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then. So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from the Pelu merchants. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urquapacha, then that's what we'll do.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urquapacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawntrail, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Dawntrail, Urko Pacha.
So this is Urkopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear. Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That's true. From Heavensward?
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wuk Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watranpelo.
Truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty, a spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
Yes.
Yep.
They do more than run the markets in Tuliyollal. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Yeah? Let's see about that.
Watranpelo's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
The fact that he was worried that she might get lost even with the crossroads as obvious as this. I love it. Motorcycle time. I can kill alpacas? Why would I ever? I see cacti. Does that mean we're gonna see some cactuars? This is it. Watchroom Pillow, home of the Pelu Pelu. Waklamat should have arrived before us. That's not good. You come all this way for the right of succession. Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Oops, forgot to read that. How unfortunate, then, that I deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. That sinister smile. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes? Finery for our finest lady. That's right. Come, third promise. My well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady, eh? I like the sound of that. Alright, I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. Ahem, what did we just talk about? Erenville, when did you... Ah, a Shatona from far-off Jactorel. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs. Let me reread that. My brain got stuck in a knot. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. Can I imagine how you survive them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool? No, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course. My shop door is always open. You were saying something about not being easily charmed? I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Waklamat fall prey... and unwitting customers like Waklamat fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu Pelu. Let us all take Erenville's words of caution to heart. Complete. Not my finest moment, I'll admit. But now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then, Cryle. Cryle, Alize, and I will speak with the merchants. Waklamat, you and Erenville might try approaching travelers and passers-by. Tomoya, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. Okay. First stop. Eat the right. The Dawn Servant's Elector? Ah, I thought you were a new face in town. Here, for the right of succession, I take it. Me? I don't much care who sits the throne so long as they keep Torral peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. Will it cost me something? Oh right, yes, you were asking about the Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobley, Tobly. Why does that name sound familiar? Could probably tell you more about it. Tobly. Isn't that the name of a Pelu Pelu merchant in Final Fantasy X? Give me a second. I'm gonna look this up. I swear to God that name is familiar. Final Fantasy X Tobly. 10-2. Aha! I love it. Tobly is the name of that one from Final Fantasy X-2. I knew I recognized that name. Electors? Oh yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zaralja. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers, in the thousands column potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? Please, just answer my question. Very well. You said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Zaralja or his policies. You bastard! Tell me what I want to know! Hello there. I'm Mablu. Did you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobly, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobly noticing. He knows everything that happens on his ranch. This ranch. I want to meet Tobly. I want to see if he has a similar voice to the original one. Is he up on the hill? Where am I going? You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobly is the man to talk to about the contest. If only they'd share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. My guess is, over there? Really? He's also the head rancher? Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay it a visit before the others return. Oh boy, moment of truth. Let me see him. I like that outfit. Please tell me he's voiced. Please tell me. No. That is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobly? Tobly? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobly often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade. Though who among us could, am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let us his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobli a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobli. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great. We can meet back here to share our impressions. I wonder if my Final Fantasy X knowledge will help me determine which one he is. Well, obviously I'm not Tobli. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You're meant to find out for yourself who Tobli is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck! Diligent ranch hand. Ah, a visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. Oh yeah? I don't see any spitting. Boastful ranch hand. You think I might be Tobli? Ha ha ha, well maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Nonchalant ranch hand. Am I Tobli? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise in our entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? Liar! Alright. Diligent ranch hand. Boastful ranch hand. Nonchalant ranch hand. Which one is he? My Final Fantasy knowledge is not helping me. I see we're both done with our interrogations. So, who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. Oh boy. The diligent ranch hand, the boastful ranch hand, the nonchalant ranch hand. What if every single one of these answers is wrong? I'm gonna say it's the boastful one. Because if I remember from Tobli from Final Fantasy X-2, he talks a lot. That loud, boastful fellow? I suppose he could be Tobli. Only one way to find out. Nothing would make me happier than knowing your identity. So how about we make a deal and you tell me the truth? I have money! 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 Hahaha, then I agree to your trade. Done and done. As for my part of the bargain... Oh my god, please be the right one. I am not Tobli. Not the head ledger and not the head rancher, just a humble ranch hand. You're not him? Damn it, Tomoe, I trusted you. That coin could have bought me 300 gourmet tacos. No, I can't let this taco tragedy distract me from what matters most. We need to determine which one is Tobli. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I was wrong. So terribly wrong. 50-50, I guess, right now, right? The nonchalant one? He seemed unconvincing to me, but if that's your choice, then that's who we'll talk to. Oh god. Tobli, I offer you a deal. The truth of who you are in exchange for a tidy sum. What do you say? I say hand over the coin. The truth is, I'm not even a ranch hand. I'd just like to come by and watch the alpacas. You slimy... What? You don't even work here? I knew I should have gone with my gut on this one. But now's not the time to mourn wasted coin. We need to regroup and rethink this. I just... Bro, Waklamat's losing her whole bank account over this. The diligent ranch hand has to be the one, right? What if Mablu is actually Tobli? Ah, the work was so intent on stable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. We know it's you, Tobli, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobli. What? Head ledger of Watchun Pello and head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Galul Jaja's chosen electors. How did I guess everybody except this guy? Man. Aha, and a place featured in the Tuliolao saga, just as we thought. That would took more coin than I would have liked to know for certain. I'm so sorry, Waklamat. I'm so sorry, forgive me. She found you out fair and square, Tobli. And I'm glad she did. It would have been a pity had her been ended there.
Deducing the Dunservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all.
Zoralja.
Zoralja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
Why are you looking over at what?
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed.
What do you mean? You just looked into that one's eyes and looked. What?
With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one.
His voice and the way he looks, just, I don't know. They don't match, but I love it.
You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
Oops. Sorry, 1 second. I just spilled a little bit of water. Okay.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example! This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, third promise?
Oh, she's gonna get spat on.
Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
The little monster spat on me! Oh, that stinks! I can't.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit. As you've all just witnessed.
That's nasty.
Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Ew. Is that true? Is that just Final Fantasy's versions of alpacas, or are alpacas like in real life like that?
Wild Valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with their catching.
Oh? So what am I gonna do?
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Now I'm curious. That was a little ominous.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
He is pretty cool. Zeralja is pretty cool. I like
so
him.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
That alpaca gave her the Hakutua.
Are
Sorry,
you
not
right,
sorry.
Ultimate? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
A scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me just to make sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. No thank you. Hey, I saw that look.